Wait. Yeah.
About 11:05.
Just give 1 second.
Okay. I can't see them, I'm sorry. Okay. The annual meeting of the Law Student Division will come to order. Good morning. I am Lynette Richardson, Chair of the Law Student Division. I'm very pleased to welcome you to the 2022 Law Student Division Assembly. Thank you all for attending. With your cooperation and participation, we plan to take care of all the business of this meeting following the Assembly rules while showing courtesy and respect for each other. My role as the non-voting chair of the Law Student Division is to preside at this meeting, follow the agenda as adopted, and let you as Assembly delegates decide on all issues that come before this Assembly. Your decisions will be the will of this Assembly and that of the Law Student Division. I am sure that we have all used Zoom extensively over the last 2 years, but I would like you to take a few minutes to go over a couple of the features and how we will be using them today. As you probably noticed, this is a Zoom webinar, so it's a little different from a Zoom meeting. As attendees in the webinar, all of your screens and microphones are turned off and you cannot communicate with other attendees. Many of you may wish to speak on resolutions or you will have questions about the proceedings. We'll address those in just a minute. But first, let's start with a vote. For those of you who hold multiple positions, such as both the ABA rep and SBA president for your school, you have 2 votes. We may only ask you to submit your second vote in the event of a close vote. As we will be voting using Zoom's raise hand features, let's practice that now. To see the raise hand option, you will need to open your participants panel. You can access this panel with the participants button along the bottom of your Zoom screen. Once everyone has that option or has that open, let's use it to vote. You will not have to lower your hand. Staff will lower all hands in my direction. My direction to lower all hands is for staff, not for individual delegates. The question is coffee a necessary part of law school? Those in favor, please raise your hand now. We will give everyone 15 seconds to raise your hand. Thank you. Lower all hands. For those in favor who hold a second vote, please raise your hand now. Thank you. Lower all hands. For those opposed who hold a second vote, please raise your hand now. Okay, there is a majority in the affirmative and the question is adopted. In addition to voting, we hope you plan to participate in debating the resolutions before us today. We ask that you complete the online form in advance to let us know of your intention to speak or make a motion on a resolution. Someone will share the link to the form in the chat now. We have the list of people who have submitted their names in advance and will give preference to those speakers. If we have time, we may allow additional speakers from the floor. When you speak for a resolution, we will promote you to a panelist so that the assembly can see and hear you. For everyone who has signed up in advance to speak, we will promote you as a group at the beginning of each resolution. To help us identify you in the list of attendees, I will read off your name and ask you to raise your hand to be promoted. The process of being promoted may look like you have logged out temporarily, but it will automatically bring you back in as a panelist. This is usually pretty quick, but may take up to 30 seconds depending on your connection. Once you are a panelist, please keep your video off and your mic muted until it's your time to speak. Another Zoom feature we will be using today is the Q&A. You will find the Q&A button along the bottom of your Zoom screen. You can use the Q&A to submit questions to our assembly assistant or the ABA staff. You can also use Q&A if you would like to request to speak or make a motion from the floor. Depending on timing and how many pre-registered speakers we have, we will try to allow these requests, but cannot guarantee that we will be able to allow any speakers or motions that were not submitted in advance. Now, I would like to take a couple of minutes to see if anyone has any questions about these procedures. Pardon me. Okay. I will need to ask Olivia if you can review the Q&A submissions because I can't see them, and then I can verbally answer the questions. So if you can let me know if the questions have been submitted.
Sure. There is one question regarding when the link will be sent out.
Okay. Can we have the link resent? Can we have the link resent in the chat, please?
There is another question on how to know if their display name is correct or to rename themselves.
If you need to rename yourself, you should be able, there's two ways. If you look at the participants button and you can find your name there, you should have the opportunity to rename yourself there. Are there any other questions, Olivia?
Another person just asked if you could repeat who gets the second vote again.
The second vote are the individuals that represent 2 votes for their schools. They are the SBA president and also the ABA rep. So if we come to a close vote, then that's when you will have the opportunity to use your second vote. Are there any other questions?
People do not see the participants button, but I think you can also right click on your own profile and then click rename.
Yeah, there should be a little ellipses in the corner of your box. And if you click on that at the very bottom, there's an option to rename.
Any further questions?
Is the ABA rep the first vote and the president the second?
I think what is important is that the first vote goes to this SBA president, but if you have 2 votes, that you can only use the second vote if there's a close vote. So just be counted for the vote. Am I correct, parliamentarian?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, thank you. Any further questions, Olivia?
I think that's all for now.
Okay, thank you, and let's get started. Today, I'm joined by the other members of the council, including Jaira Davis, Vice Chair, Olivia Yoon, who you all met, Division Delegate of Communications, Publications, and Outreach, Ernesto Villaseñor, Division Delegate, Diversity and Inclusion, Servando Martinez, Division Delegate, Programming, Niharika Thoroville, Law Student at Large of the ABA BOG, Michelle Bowden-White, Education Director, Connie DeFord, who you all met, Professional Registered Parliamentarians. Okay. Okay, before we conduct business, we need to organize ourselves into a delegate assembly. The credentials report will be presented by Jaira Davis, the LSD Vice Chair.
Madam Chair, as of 10:16 a.m., we certify that there are 150 delegates. I move that 150 be the official count of voting members of this annual meeting.
I second.
It is moved and seconded that 150 certified assembly delegates be the official count of the voting members of this annual meeting. Is there discussion? And Olivia, I'm going to need you to, if anybody ever puts a discussion or question, I will need you to say it out loud for me because I can't see it. Please.
Will do.
Thank you. All right. There is no question. The resolutions report will be presented by Jaira.
Madam President, you do need to take a vote on the credentials report.
Okay, since there's no discussion, the question is on the adoption of the credentials report. So I'll need to put it to a vote. Shall the credentials report indicating 150 certified assembly delegates be the official count of the voting members of this annual meeting? Those in favor, use the raise hand button. Okay, thank you. Lower all hands. Those opposed, use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower all hands. Can I have the official count?
I counted 120 in favor and 1 opposed.
Okay. There is a majority in the affirmative, and the credentials report is adopted. The resolutions report will be presented by Jaira. On the agenda be made a general order. Since this motion is by direction of a committee of more than one, no second is required. If there is objection, each of the 4 certified resolutions shall be made a general order and be considered under general orders. Checking for objections.
There is no objection.
Okay. As there is no objection, each of the certified resolutions is made as a general order and will be considered under general orders. Thank you, Jaira, and members of the committee. The council has drafted the proposed assembly standing rules as required by bylaws article 5.4A. The report will be presented by Michelle Bowden-White, LSD, Director of Legal Education.
Madam Chair, the Assembly standing rules were included on the Assembly webpage. The council recommends adoption. On behalf of the council, I move the Assembly standing rules as included on the Assembly webpage be adopted as the standing rules of this annual meeting.
It is moved on behalf of the council that the Assembly standing rules as included on the Assembly webpage be adopted as the standing rules of this annual meeting. Since this motion comes from a board of more than one member, no second is required. Is there discussion?
No discussion in the chat.
Since there is no further discussion, the chair will put the question on the adoption of the Assembly standing rules to a vote. A 2/3 vote in the affirmative is required for adoption. The question is, shall the Assembly standing rules included on the Assembly webpage be adopted? Those in favor, please use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower all hands. Those opposed, please use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower all hands.
There were 130 in favor and 1 opposed.
Okay. There is a 2/3 in the affirmative, and the Assembly standing rules are adopted. The next report is from the Resolutions Committee to adopt the agenda. It will be presented by Olivia Yoon, LSD, Delegate of Communications.
Madam Chair, the Resolutions Committee is charged with the responsibility to prescribe the order of business for this annual meeting in accordance with Bylaws Article 5.3. On behalf of the committee, I move that the proposed agenda for this meeting, which was circulated to all Assembly delegates, including the order of business as prescribed by Assembly Standing Rule 106.3, be adopted.
It is moved on behalf of the Resolutions Committee that the proposed agenda, which has been circulated to all Assembly delegates, be adopted. Since this motion is on behalf of a committee of more than one, no second is required. Is there discussion?
There is no discussion in the chat.
Since there is no further discussion, the chair will put the question on the adoption of the meeting agenda to a vote. The question is, shall the agenda as circulated to all Assembly delegates be adopted? Those in favor, please use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower all hands. Those opposed, please use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower all hands.
There were 125 in favor and 0 opposed.
There is a majority in the affirmative and the agenda is adopted. The delegate assembly is now organized to take up its business. The next report is by your chair, the state of the division. The next item of business is general orders. The assembly delegates will recall that the 4 certified resolutions were made general orders. These resolutions will now be considered. A motion to adopt any of the certified resolutions is not necessary since the assembly voted to make each of the resolutions a general order. The assembly delegates shall have the opportunity to debate the merits of the resolution and to dispose of the resolution by a majority vote within the 20-minute period set for each resolution by Rule 107.2. I will briefly summarize the procedure so that all assembly delegates understand how action is taken on the resolutions and recommendations as prescribed in our assembly standing rules. The chair will call up each resolution or report, which was made at a general order, in the order listed in the agenda by stating, the question is on the adoption of resolution X. This places the resolution or report on the floor for debate and action. To review the process for speakers, when you speak for a resolution, we will promote you to a panelist so that the assembly can see and hear you. For everyone who has signed up in advance to speak, we will promote you as a group at the beginning of each resolution. To help us identify you in the list of attendees, I will read off your name and ask you to raise your hand to be promoted. The process of being promoted may look like you have logged out temporarily, but it will automatically bring you back in as a panelist. This is usually pretty quick, but may take up to 30 seconds depending on your connection. Once you are a panelist, please keep your please keep your video off and mic muted until it is your turn to speak. The maker of the resolution will have the opportunity to speak first for 5 minutes and may claim recognition to be the last speaker for 1 minute, according to Rule 107.3. Next, if the council, or in the absence of action by the council, the resolutions committees, makes a report of the disposition of the resolution, its representative will have the next opportunity to speak for 4 minutes. After the mover has spoken, after the speakers with priority of recognition have spoken or have chosen not to speak, the chair will alternate between the proponents and the opponents of the resolution. Each speaker will have up to 2 minutes to speak. Please note that the debate is limited to 20 minutes per resolution. For this reason, we ask that you please be considerate of the time limits by being concise, not repeating points made by other speakers, and allowing debate to close if there is no further opposition. After the expiration of debate time for each resolution, if there is no further discussion on the pending resolution, or if the previous question is ordered, the chair will put the question on the adoption of the resolution to a vote. The result of the vote is the will of the assembly of the Law Student Division on each resolution. Resolutions to the ABA House of Delegates that are proposed by an entity other than the Law Student Division are not amendable by the Law Student Division Assembly. Therefore, we cannot accept motions to amend language on these resolutions. Is there any question on the procedure that will follow on considering the certified resolutions?
There are no questions in the chat.
Thank you. Our timekeeper is Servando Martinez, LSD Delegate of Programming. Okay. The timekeeper will note the time that debate started. After 20 minutes of debate will close and the chair will put the question on the adoption of the resolution to a vote. according to Rule 1072.2. After the expiration of debate time, the timekeeper will show the color Post-it to signify that the debate has expired. Please wave your Post-it so that all may see. Thank you. According to our rules, the chair will offer the first opportunity to speak to the maker of the resolution. The maker may speak first for up to 5 minutes. The timekeeper will show 30 seconds when the speaker has 30 seconds remaining, and then show the Post-it when the time is expired. When the Post-it is shown, the chair requests that the speaker immediately conclude his or her speech and return to their virtual seat. HOD Resolution 504. Section of Civil Rights and Social Justice Commission on Hispanic Legal Rights and Responsibilities Commission on Sexual Orientation and Gender Identity, section of State and Local Government Law. The next item of business under General Orders is consideration of Resolution 504, which urges federal, state, local, territorial, and tribal governments to enact or expand cyberstalking legislation to require investigation by law enforcement, stronger penalties for committing such crimes, and a private right of action. The question is on the adoption of Resolution 504. The timekeeper will note the time that debate started and keep track of time. Delegates who are pre-registered to speak on this resolution are, and let me double check if we have anyone from our resolution. Has anyone been noted?
There's Andrew Silva.
Andrew
Silva. Massachusetts Law, ABA rep.
Okay, will be Andrew Silva, ABA rep. Please raise your hand now. Okay, according to our rules, the maker of the resolution is given the first opportunity to speak. Since the maker is not present, the chair offers the next opportunity to speak by Michelle Golden-White, LSD Director of Legal Education. The representative may speak for 4 minutes.
Madam
Okay.
Chair, the council recommends that Resolution 504 be adopted.
Thank you, Michelle. The chair will now alternate between the speakers of opposing views. Each of the speakers may speak up to 2 minutes, and the timekeeper will flash the yellow card with 30 seconds remaining.
Lynette,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think we skipped over Andrew Silva.
Yes, he's ready to speak now.
Okay. Please proceed, Andy Silva.
Okay, Madam Chair, fellow delegates, thank you for the opportunity to address this assembly. I'm proposing an amendment that in regards to how data brokers enable cyberstalking, and really just the utter dearth of information as to how that interaction plays out. Right now, third-party data brokers buy and sell information on consumers really without any sort of oversight. This has led to the open sale of app data about sexual orientation, religious identity, and health conditions. Several notable examples of this were the recent examples of Monsignor Jeffrey Burrell, who was actually the top administrative official for the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, who was forced to resign after a Catholic news website, The Pillar, purchased app location data indirectly from Grindr through a third-party data broker to show the priest visiting bars popular within the gay community. Or, for example, Salat First, an app designed to help Muslims remember their daily prayers. This app turned around and sold its location data to third parties, much of this ending up in the hands of the US government. Finally, and perhaps most damning to our own profession, are reports that lawyers have been pushing advertisements to individuals whose cell phone locations show them in emergency rooms or other healthcare spaces with the help of digital marketers who acquire this data through data brokers. Right now, there are no national regulations or know your customer laws in place for data brokers who aren't covered by the FCRA. The closest we have at the state level are recent laws promulgated by California and Vermont. Those laws, however, merely require the registration of data brokers. These laws have already revealed a shadowy network of such vendors of personal information operating in a legal gray area, leaving states' attorneys generals to basically only with standard deceptive trade practices causes of actions when one does something particularly egregious. While many find solace in the idea that much of this data is anonymized, recent research has indicated that anonymization is not a fix. Going back as far as 2006, researchers have demonstrated that just a few unique data points can allow an individual to successfully de-anonymize even large data sets. Excuse me. The seminal study in this area involved Netflix review data, which quote, demonstrated that an adversary who knows only a little bit about an individual subscriber can easily identify this subscriber's particular record in the data set. The average number of data points required to achieve total de-anonymization of a subject was less than 6. Researchers have also recently de-anonymized cab fare data in New York City, resulting in significant data on spending habits and even addresses being made public. What this means for a cyberstalker is that a determined or obsessed individual could potentially learn intimate, non-public data about a person, either by buying the data directly or engaging with publicly available data agglomerated by data brokers and published in the course of other proceedings. This is not to say that data brokers do not play an important role in many of the transactions. They enable research, legitimate marketing, and user experience possibilities that just a few years ago might have been impossible. But whenever these vast troves of data are made available to anyone with the money to pay for them without oversight or repercussion, we potentially enable cyberstalkers and other bad actors to compromise everyone's security and privacy. This is why I believe it's important to encourage legislators and law enforcement to at least take steps to consider the impact of data brokers and their trade on cyberstalking and public safety. Thank you, and I yield the rest of my time.
Madam Chair, this is your parliamentarian. Just by way of explanation, I knew that Andrew had proposed making an amendment, and as the chair explained, resolutions that are proposed by an entity other than the Law Student Division are not amendable. Therefore, a motion to amend is not allowed on this particular proposal.
Thank you, parliamentarian. Okay. Is there any further discussion?
There's nothing in the chat. Oh, there's one raised hand from the Thomas Judah.
The chair recommends Thomas Judah.
Hello, all. I am a student at the University of California, Davis School of Law and the Student Law School Assembly Division Section Representative for Labor and Employment. I think that Andrew raises very important issues about the use of our personal information. And I would note that as a user of some of the platforms that have recently been reported to be not treating private data appropriately, I think it's a very important issue. But as I read Resolution 504, it really seems to take a law enforcement heavy approach to finding solutions. And I think that we have an important role as law students in imagining different ways to remedy issues in our society that don't require the use of law enforcement. So for that reason, I'm opposed to this resolution, in large part because I think that relying on, increasing criminal sanctions and, law enforcement in general just isn't the right way to improve society. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. Since there's no further discussion, the chair will put the question of Resolution 504 to a vote. The question is, shall Resolution 504 be adopted? Those in favor, please use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower all hands. Those opposed, please use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower hands.
Madam Chair, there were 83 in the affirmative and 34 in the negative.
No. There is a majority in the affirmative and resolution 504 is adopted. HOD Resolution 505, Section of Civil Rights and Social Justice Coalition on Racial and Ethnic Justice Commission on Hispanic Legal Rights and Responsibilities Commission on Sexual Orientation and Gender Identity, Council for Diversity in the Educational Pipeline, National Native American Bar Association, National Asian Pacific American Bar Association, Criminal Justice Section Commission on Youth at Risk section of state and local government law. The next item of business under general orders is consideration of Resolution 505, which urges federal, state, local, and territorial governments to prioritize tribal consultation and urges the passage of the RESPECT Act or similar legislation in order to strengthen the United States government. To copies of resolutions with reports are available upon request to the Policy and Planning Division for government relationship with tribes and better effectuate its trust responsibility through codifying tribal consultation processes. The question is on the adoption of Resolution 505. The timekeeper will note the time that debate started and keep track of time. Delegates who are pre-registered to speak on this resolution are, please raise your hand now. Okay. According to our rules, the maker of the resolution is giving the first priority or first opportunity to speak. Since the maker is not present, the chair offers the next opportunity to speak to Jaira Davis, LSD Vice Chair. 4 minutes.
Madam Chair, I believe we have Madeline Garcia, who is an ABA rep from Washington University in St. Louis, who's here to speak on behalf of.
Can you repeat the name, please, Jaira?
I'm Madeline Garcia.
Yeah, Madeline Garcia. Chair recognizes Madeline Garcia.
Thank you so much. I apologize for the background noise. I'd like to speak in favor of the resolution because I believe that the United States has long, honestly, forsaken problems with tribal governments not recognizing their sovereignty. And I appreciate that this House bill recognizes tribal sovereignty and makes way so that legal field can incorporate civil rights, environmental law, and ensuring that we are treating the Native Americans who had this land first in a positive way and recognizing their freedoms on this land as well. I believe that all of us as upcoming lawyers have a stake in this discussion, and I think it's a very important resolution for us.
Thank you. Is there anyone to speak in favor?
Madam Chair, the council recommendation needs to be made by Jaira.
Correct. And there are no further individuals that are speaking in favor prior to that?
Madam Chair, the council recommends that Resolution 505 be adopted.
Thank you. The chair will now alternate between the speakers of opposing views. Each of the speakers may speak up to 2 minutes, and the timekeeper will flash the yellow card with 30 seconds remaining.
There is a raised hand from Victor Vasquez.
The chair recognizes Victor Vasquez. Is Victor Vasquez present and ready to speak?
Good morning. My hand was left up on accident, so please disregard. Thank you.
Problem, thank you. Okay, since there is no further discussion, the chair will put the question of Resolution 505 to a vote. The question is, shall Resolution 505 be adopted? The report of the council is, those in favor, please use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower all hands. Those opposed, please use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower hands.
Madam Chair, there were 103 in favor and 9 opposed.
Okay. There is a majority in the affirmative and Resolution 505 is adopted. HOD Resolution 506, American Bar Association, Young Lords Division. The next item of business under general orders is consideration of Resolution 506, which urges Congress to amend the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, SNAP, to afford states the ability to permit SNAP to purchase self-stable food and other emergency necessities within a certain time period in preparation for a disaster. Preparedness SNAP sponsors Young Lord Division. The question is on the adoption of Resolution 506. The timekeeper will note the time that the debate started and keep track of time. Delegates who are pre-registered to speak on this resolution are, please raise your hand.
There are no pre-registered speakers.
Thank you. According to our rules, the maker of the resolution is giving the first opportunity to speak. Since the maker is not present, the chair offers the next opportunity to speak to Olivia Yoon, LSD, Delegate of Communications. The representative may speak for up to 4 minutes.
Madam Chair, the council recommends that Resolution 506 be adopted.
Thank you, Olivia. The chair will now alternate between the speakers of opposing views. Each of the speakers may speak up to 2 minutes, and the timekeeper will flash the yellow card with 30 seconds remaining. Okay. Since there is no further discussion, the chair will put the question of Resolution 506 to a vote. The question is, shall Resolution 506 be adopted? Those in favor, please raise the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower hands. Those opposed, please use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower hands.
Madam Chair, there were 101 in favor and 2 opposed.
Thank you. There is a majority in the affirmative, and Resolution 506 is adopted. HOD Resolution 604. The next item of business under General Orders is consideration of Resolution 604, which adopts the ABA 9 principles on reducing mass incarceration, Black letter and commentary, and urges federal, state, local, territorial, and tribal legislative and other governmental bodies to adopt policies consistent with the ABA 9 principles on reducing mass incarceration. The question is on the adoption of Resolution 604. The timekeeper will note the time that debate started and keep track of time. Delegates who are pre-registered to speak on this resolution are, please raise your hand now.
There are no pre-registered speakers.
Thank you, Olivia. According to our rules, the maker of the resolution is given the first opportunity to speak. Since the maker is not present, the chair offers the next opportunity to speak to Jaira. The representative may speak up to 4 minutes.
Madam Chair, the council recommends that Resolution 604 be adopted.
Thank you, Jaira. The chair will now alternate between the speakers of opposing views. Each of the speakers may speak up to 2 minutes, and the timekeeper will flash the yellow card with 30 seconds remaining. Since there is no further discussion, the chair will put the question of Resolution 604 to a vote.
Hi, there are 2 hands raised.
Thank you.
There's one from Sierra Loveness and one from Megan Wheeler.
Can you say the first name again?
Sierra Loveness and Megan Wheeler.
Okay. Chair recognizes Sierra Loveness. I apologize if that is a pronunciation.
Sorry, that was an accident. You can skip me.
Okay. And was that a Megan Douglas? Chair recognizes Megan Douglas.
Megan Wheeler.
Megan Wheeler. Chair recognizes Megan Wheeler. Thank you.
I also made a mistake and believed you were voting. My apologies.
Thank you. Okay.
Lynette, your audio is being a little funky. I'm not sure if you want to adjust something. It sounds just differently. It's operating a different frequency.
Okay. Apologize for that. Can you hear me better now?
It's still a little staticky, but maybe if you speak louder, it might fight through.
All right. Okay. The question is, shall 604 be adopted? Those in favor, please use the raise hand button. Thank you. Lower hands. Those opposed, please use the raise hand button.
Madam Chair, while they're voting, by chance are your AirPods connected? We have a question in the chat saying that might be the reason why for the sound being a little weird.
No, I haven't changed the format of how I've been doing it. What is the question in the chat?
Just that maybe your AirPods have connected, and that's why the sound's a little weird. Yeah.
Can you? So you hear me, Servando?
I can hear you. It's just a little staticky, kind of robotic.
All right. Okay. Lower hands. Opposed.
Madam Chair, there were 106 in favor and 4 opposed.
There is a majority in the affirmative and resolution 604 is adopted. Okay. Next, we move on to presentation of the division chair awards. That's the fun stuff, guys. So the National Achievement Awards give the Judy M. Whiteman Memorial Public Interest Award. And that goes to Ismar Negret Victrago of Southwestern University. Congratulations. The Student Bar Association Award, again to Ismar Negret Victrago of Southwestern University. The National Award of Excellence for Law School Newspaper, Caitlin Hyam, Washington and Lee University. Congratulations. The Dean Henry J. Ramsey Jr. Diversity Award, Mallory Olwig, Rutgers University. And now we have the LSD Liaison Awards. Glenda Valdez, Section of Environment, Energy, and Resources Liaison. Congratulations. Okay. The LSD Golden Key, Silver, Bronze Awards. The Golden Key goes to Michelle Bowden White, the delegate of legal education. Congratulations, Michelle. I see you. You're excited. Do you guys see her? I just want to say quickly, thank you, Michelle, for everything that you've done during this term. You were someone that I could always rely on if we needed absolutely anything, always stepping up to the plate, even during the time when you're taking the bar, which you didn't tell me you were doing. But I appreciate that, and congratulations on all your success. And the silver goes to Yasmin. I don't know if Yasmin is here today. She's been a great help with CLOP, and she is also fantastic. I've been able to call on Yasmin for, just like I did with Michelle, and she is not a member of the LSD Council, but she is an active member of the LSD in many facets. But we thank you for all of your service, for stepping up to the plate, for asking questions, attending meetings and events, and making sure that your university and everyone that you participate in when it comes to committees are active and engaged and understand what's happening and how the committees and LSD work. And last, I don't know if she's here, but the Bronze Award is awarded to Stephanie Sabino. Are you here? And if not, Stephanie Sabino, we thank you for everything that you've done this term as well. It is members like you that help to make this job enjoyable, efficient, and step up to do the good work that needs to be done to represent the members of the LSD. So that is the LSD, the chair awards for Golden Key, Silver, and Bronze. But I also, and this is not on the script and I may get in trouble for that, I also want to recognize two more people. So the two people that I'd like to recognize that I will also send is Olivia Yoon and Jaira Davis for their service and reliability in helping this LSD Council and all of the great work that we've done. So thank you to the special help that you have given. So everybody that I've mentioned will be getting awards on the LSD Council because everyone's been fantastic. I just wanted to give a special shout out to those people. And also, we now have a video that will be shared.
I'm glad you're here for the Law Student Division Assembly. I'm even more thrilled that you chose to take advantage of being an American Bar Association member during law school. Understanding the significance of the organized bar at the start of your legal career can help you network and grow. It's also important to be involved in the issues that matter to you and our profession. The Law Student Division's work on bar exam concerns and student debt relief is commendable, especially the lobbying efforts and focus during the ABA's Student Debt Week of Action. It was a notable impact to be joined by Senators Durbin, Cornyn, and Warren, strong advocates on this issue, as well as House Majority Whip James Clyburn and other organizations and industries that are impacted by student loans. Your voices were critical to that conversation. The perspective of our law students and early career members is a key component to the ABA's growth and future success. Thank you all for your leadership this past year, especially the outstanding chair of the Law Student Division, the Law Student Division representative on the ABA Board of Governors, and the 3 law student members of the ABA House of Delegates. We appreciate your dedication and participation in the ABA. Thank you for sharing your opinions with me throughout my time as president. I will continue to support you and soon to be President Deborah Enix Ross on the issues that affect the legal profession. Have a great assembly.
Hello, I'm Deborah Enix Ross, and I'm President-elect of the American Bar Association. It is such a joy and a pleasure for me to join the Law Student Division Assembly. I certainly remember when I was a law student how valuable I found my ABA membership, even as a law student. And then certainly when I graduated from the University of Miami, now 40 plus years ago, one of the first things I did was come to an ABA annual meeting in San Francisco. And I did that as a young graduate because I knew I wanted to be around the smartest lawyers in the legal profession and that they could be found in the ABA. So I congratulate you for taking this step to manage not only your law school career, but also thinking about your career as a lawyer. The ABA will certainly help you every step of the way. It has made me a better lawyer. It has given me exposure to areas of the law and practices that I didn't think about when I was in law school. And I hope that you will take advantage of all that the ABA has to offer. This year, it will be my honor to serve as president of the ABA beginning in August. And I intend to focus on what I call the cornerstones of democracy, and that is civics, civility, and collaboration. We are at a crossroads in our country, and it is lawyers who can lead the way to demonstrate the importance of civics education and the importance of civility and being able to have disagreements, but to do it in a way that's productive. And so I am looking forward to working with you as law students as we tackle these cornerstones of democracy. I will make it a priority to visit a number of law schools as I travel. So I hope that I will see you along the way and that I can help to shine a light on some of the issues that I know are important to you, including student debt. Thank you so much for your willingness to participate in the Law Student Division, and thank you for your support of the ABA. I look forward to working with each of you. Take care.
Hello, everyone. I'm pleased that you're here for the Law Student Division Assembly. I am so glad to have your participation in the ABA. You and your voices are critical to this association, both now and in the future. Thank you, Division Chair Lynette Richardson, the Law Student Board of Governors, and House of Delegate members for your dedicated leadership, and to all our law students for your participation. It's important to be involved in the issues that matter to you, and as we know, there is plenty of work to go around. I look forward to working with the Law Student Division when I am president-elect and to visiting law schools. It is very important to me to have the participation from law students in the ABA. I have reached out to some of you previously, and I look forward to connecting with many of you in the coming months. Let me know how I and the ABA can better help all of you. I also want to commend the division's work on student debt relief and bar exam concerns. These issues are so timely and very much appreciated. Your voices were critical and necessary to those conversations. I join President Turner and President-elect Enix Ross in wishing you a productive assembly and a great annual meeting. We're excited to be back in person, so I'll see you around the halls of the Hyatt. Thank you so much.
Thank you to the presidents for taking the time to share the message, and thank you for all of your work with the ABA. We really appreciate it and couldn't do this work without you and your support. And before we continue, I also want to thank the ABA staff who we rely on heavily, Sylvia, Donna, Austin, Marina. Thank you so much for everything that you do to help to support the Law Student Division. I couldn't move on without saying that for all of you as well. And now, it is my pleasure to continue in the seat of LSD Council Chair for 2022-2023. We will now move forward to the installation of the 2022-2023 Division Officers and Assembly Delegates. Will the 2022-2023 Officers-elect and Division Assembly Delegates-elect please raise your hand so that you can be promoted to a panelist for swearing in. Please do not turn your video off or mute your microphone. Okay. Lynette Richardson, Southern University Law Center Chair. Alexis Hernandez, University of Chicago Law School Vice Chair. Musab Ali, Harvard Law School BOG. Huala Rahman, University of Detroit Mercy School of Law, Delegate of Diversity and Inclusion. Harper Chen, Washington University School of Law, St. Louis, Communications Delegate. Tracy Gerville, Florida A&M University College of Law, Delegate of Programming. Andrew Crane, Michigan State University College of Law, Education Director. Now, please read the oath of office together. Gosh, I hope your mics are on, otherwise I'll look really awkward by myself. I solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of Chair
Director of Legal Education
of the American Bar Association Law Student Division. Will diligently represent the law students of the nation. Will honorably work to serve the best interests of the law student division,
the American Bar Association, and the legal profession, and will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of the American Bar Association and the bylaws of the Student Division to the best of my ability.
Thank you to everyone who is newly installed as a Law Student Division Council member, and special thank you to the outgoing members for all of the work that you do. Bittersweet moment for me as I'm letting go but joining a new team, and thank you to everyone for trusting us with the responsibility. Now we will move on to announcements. ABA annual meeting is happening. Make sure you are registered. And new business. The next item of business is new business. Is there any new business requiring a motion?
There is nothing in the chat.
Okay. Then if there's no new business, then we, in the form of a motion, we must adjourn the meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I second.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I rise to make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Servando. There is a motion to adjourn the meeting. And I think Jaira seconded the motion. The meeting is now adjourned. We have completed all of the business of our annual meeting. The meeting is adjourned. Sine die. If you're here in person, I look forward to meeting you. And if you are virtual, thank you for your attendance.